Drew. The course nyina o kata nyina no on boy amane. De yenti a nei yenti mi ankonko Drew the round of 16. Nanka advantage wo opportunity wo so yenti mi ankonko Drew. You see, but draw anase winning. Neko round of 16 yenti mi anyemu bia. Elusu poto nei chese players in there ebia e call omo clubs ho anesa. So players in bebre na so obedru. Ebi na nkwan so omo ba, ebi ba memenda, ebi ba kosiada, ebi so baba ne. Nyina nsem ho a yebedi nkomo ewo dwumade so ene anapay enti mo fidie no ena ha ni mpanifo bi eso bedi nkomo ahwe kwan fa so a Ghana yentimi endu the one of a bra ko bo wo ho de Sule Ali Muntari ekeka nkomo odie asema o se menu nyina hayen na e kire adwene wo ho na yedi nkomo se de be ya dachi bi ensensi bio tieni pa de tie di nkomo enye se bia eye de ana ni dwuma bi edi ana ni bibia ka na mom ye beka se de bia ensi bio ho nkomo ho a ye bedi e wo dwumadi eso mama akwa babio na kai se dwumadi live on radio, live on Facebook, on our Facebook page on Happy 98.9 FM, live on our YouTube channel on Happy TV. Ubetimi akọ YouTube or na okwe dwumadi ja comment ho ma be kinkan e wo dwumadi eso de ma me top performance for Ghana Kudus, Salisu and Alidu. Menim udie menim place ebo homode ma wo obetimi do so ade aba making kan ewo dwumade so ade amawo enche George Mahama oyeboga obaye enche yi ade amono ne nsem ebebre wi a be community jode bra so trans de fie ane omam hansem nyina no abe ye wi a ebedi nkomo ewo dwumade eso Alan Green ma achi ma akwa baba dwumade eso
mejo so Brenya
bibia fine
bibia fine.
So ba su bien sign.
Bibian sign. Say bibian sign.
De oja hon sanity.
Bibian sign.
De oja hon sanity.
Omo na nko be me ache omo se emra finti aba.
Not then now. We tell about hinge on our performance.
Omo titru nti ne yekoy.
Yeah, some way.
Ghanaian.
Yo, Ghanaian interest ne koy.
And omo se emra finti aba.
Enti ma be fi.
Ayaba so de ne aba.
Sa. Okay.
See abaye. Enu aso teminka o janse mo.
O meto nkapa. Asa me hia ha.
Enti enya ba ne aba.
Yo. Wa nyu ho me one day
kwa. Debi. Ebedru Saturday. Enu ani o janse mo. Enti aba ne aba. Enti adwuma na ne aba no.
Ya do na kata say na do say.
Oh, definitely World Cup the o hodoma.
Yeah.
The feeling idea we had him say exciting to be part of a World Cup. And to exit sa early no and the hard drink kakra we have we say give be better to run of S16 Kenny anka Ghana qualify ke bi anka ne Brazil anka wo hono maybe now enjoy Ghana e Brazil say ultimate call in my quarter final definitely World Cup there I think say obia especially if you're a fan of football you love to be at a World Cup and it wasn't different a bad side that it was
Obekona the Western media. I can send be so you need to bit more for me opinions on the host Qatar. Who could do one saying?
Yeah, based on the me who here there. It's because the main year now almost concern expire this about gay LGBTQ why is that any those man no cranny. Within time, I mean, the any be at time I walk up and because the Brenya, there's almost strict rules with grandpa. Say because of our work happening, you know, almost I agumu set for the sake of set and for a World Cup.
Okay.
Eti a near tournament equals to the who could draw on ma. There's nothing, a new and that's different from the Amimi who were Hanum. Man who be a different from the air course and the only idea a beer who honum, which of course I don't see a need him. Anything can be a hard man who and go full dance and I'm quite normal. It's the only thing, but apart from that, who be a living a normal life movement, even dress and cry kind your uncle form dressy traditional Arab women do almost dress on Katomina. But majority of them, no matter dress it said here. Yeah, my name here. It's within that period, the other mechano. And so, only Crawford to Comosa, Omnim said a World Cup. And with this high period, and I was set almost streets, they're lost, and I will hold them no. yentumi enye it because ahoho aba ti yagum for the period of the World Cup.
Mamen kai tie for say yebekwa kofa the Minister of Finance Kenuforiata ne mid the press series no or Ministry of Information Mr. Moa mode mo fan cheyen yeba you have a deep blast so nkomo pa
Mr. Samuel Akes, who is also a director at the Ministry of Finance in charge of Treasury Debt Management Division. We are also joined by Madame Eva Mens, the coordinating director at Ministry of Finance in charge of technical. We have with us Dr. Patrick Numo, the chief director of the Ministry of Finance. Also with us is Mr. Maxwell Owusu Afari, the deputy governor of Bank of Ghana.
Okay, we Deputy Information Minister Fatima and Odi Nkomo or Minister no ba yebekwa kofa na we de mamin debriefi Alan Nuance Alan na e din nkomo fa Doha amanihu ne Doha nkomo ne DC Doha nyina.
Yeah, the life honum for obi a we supporter na say journalist e say nya dia na chinchin bia for me in particular and menim say most of Ghanaians who call yenso no living na wo honum no to say ye ba no man ti obi a ye complaints bia say bia my cosiety maybe the western air media the way see who no man bia yen the way yen see who no man
different
a bit different but yen part there meet me aka say largely we enjoyed our stay over there until the early exit.
I'm told, sir, train, for instance, buses, for instance, convey whoever to the various venues. No, free. No,
yeah, free. You see, me na me to make 3 venues at a day. It is a follow you beside George Moore videos from various centers and venues in the bank. It's open one match in less than some few minutes. To move from one venue to another. And I say. Wadru air train station obi do na esi onum and no mo nkrofo a omo direct one time say obi okodun bia eti omo de adane ade ba kwam so bia enama omo de aye anthem and say omo nkrofo because aho wonum ti nkrofo designate omo direct entoba ebia e call stadium ebia Tumama stadium Tumama this way direct
you say metro guy ba ko be famous for say directions are no menti. But finance minister transfer all kasa nti yengotie no na yemeto adwumadi hopefully be wi ntam ma yetima to aso
Dache bonds for a package of new bonds to be issued by the Republic. The debt sustainability analysis demonstrated unequivocally that Ghana's public debt is unsustainable and that the government may not be able to fully service its debt down the road if no action is taken now. Indeed, debt servicing is now absorbing more than half of total government revenues and almost 70% of tax revenues, while our total public debt stock, including that of state-owned enterprises and all, exceeds 100% of our GDP. This is why we are today announcing the debt exchange, which will help in restoring our capacity to service debt. This is the path towards resetting the economy to a more stable one capable of addressing the development challenges of the country. The reasons are quite clear. COVID-19 pandemic, rising global food prices, rising crude oil and energy prices, and the Russia-Ukraine war adversely affected Ghana's macroeconomy with spillovers to the financial sector. The combination of adverse external shocks have exposed Ghana to a surge in inflation, a large exchange rate depreciation, and stress on the financing of the budget, which taken together have put our public debt on an unsustainable path. To address the ongoing economic crisis, the government has requested financial support from the International Monetary Fund. We expect to reach a staff-level agreement soon on an IMF program aimed at restoring macroeconomic stability and protecting the most vulnerable. To this end, as a government, we are determined to implement wide-ranging structural and fiscal reforms to restore fiscal and debt sustainability and support growth. Consistent with all the above, I announced during the budget statement presented to Parliament on November 24th that government will undertake a debt operation program. We presented to you the contours of the domestic debt exchange program yesterday. As you are aware, we established a consultative committee to work with the financial sector and incorporated their advice in our decisions. Today, we are here to officially launch Ghana's domestic debt exchange program. The objective of this program is to alleviate the debt burden in a most transparent, efficient, and expedited manner. In this context, by means of an exchange offer. The government of Ghana has been working hard to minimize the impact of the domestic debt exchange on investors holding government bonds. In particular, it does not embed any principal haircut on eligible bonds as we promise. Let me repeat this fact as plainly as I can. In this debt exchange, individuals holding domestic bonds will not lose, are not affected by the value of their investment will be retained. So let us remove any doubt and discard any speculation that the government is about to cut your retirement savings or the notional value of your investment. This is not the case. As already announced, Treasury bills are completely exempted and all holders will be paid the full value of their investment on maturity. There will be no haircut on the principal of bonds. Individuals who hold bonds would also not be affected at all. Our domestic debt operation involves an exchange for new Ghana bonds with a coupon that steps up to 10% as soon as 2025, with zero interest in 2023, and the first interest payment in 2024, and longer average maturity for the bonds. Existing domestic bonds as of 1st December 2022 will be exchanged for a set of 4 new bonds maturing in 2027, 2029, 2032, and 2037. Predetermined allocation ratios are as follows: 17% for the short bonds, 17% for the intermediate bonds, 25% for the medium-term bonds, and 41% for the long-term bonds. The annual coupon on all these new bonds will be set, as I mentioned, at 0% in 2023, 5% in 2024, and 10% from 2025 until maturity. Coupon payments will be semi-annual. For emphasis, this domestic debt exchange program will not affect individual bondholders. This domestic debt exchange is part of a more comprehensive agenda to restore debt and financial sustainability. We are also working towards a restructuring of our external indebtedness, which we will announce in due course. This is a key requirement to allow Ghana's economy to recover as fast as possible from this crisis. This is also a key requirement to secure an IMF support. We are confident that of the measures we are putting in place, including those outlined in the 2023 budget statement and underpinned by a successful IMF program, Ghana will witness a stable and thriving economy from 2023. We accordingly anticipate that inflation will be returned to single digits, ensuring that real return on these new bonds will be protected. As His Excellency the President declared in his address to the nation on 30th October 2020, and I quote, "To restore and sustain debt sustainability, we plan to reduce our total public debt to GDP ratio to some 55% in present value terms by 2028. This can only be achieved through the active participation of all key economic actors. In that perspective, we call upon all domestic debt holders to take their share in ensuring that public debt sustainability is quickly restored by participating in this exchange program. Our pledge to you all is that government will take all appropriate measures to safeguard the solvency of the financial institutions involved in the exchange. Thanks to well-targeted regulatory measures and the creation of a financial stability fund, banks, pension funds, insurance companies, fund managers, and collective investment schemes will be supported to ensure that they are able to meet the obligations to their clients as they fall due. For this reason, the Governor of the Bank of Ghana will follow suit with details of the necessary assistance in due course. We have also dialogued extensively with regulators across the financial sector, including the Securities and Exchange Commission, National Insurance Commission, and the National Pensions Regulatory Authority, to agree that regulatory forbearance will be provided to all entities whose financial position is adversely affected by virtue of participating in this exchange. This debt exchange provides an orderly way to put our economy back on track. These efforts will be complemented by fiscal measures to protect the neediest and most vulnerable in society. The government expects overwhelming support to this exchange, and in truth, the success of this necessary endeavor depends, of course, upon the public's cooperation. That would also mean the media being helpful in disseminating the right information to economic actors. We are all in this together, and we intend to get out of this together. The alternative will be a far worse economic crisis with protracted closure from international markets, including imported goods and services, and further domestic economic instability, both for the real economy and the financial sector. It would also mean depleted fiscal resources to support the neediest. Ghana is not the first nation to undertake such domestic debt operation. To illustrate the point, let me cite examples of just two countries among many others in the last decade. Jamaica resorted to such operations in the past, notably in 2010 and 2013. In both cases, it shows the sense of responsibility of the American people and proceeded through a voluntary approach. The approach was highly successful, as more than 99% of holders of domestic bonds participated in the exchange. On the contrary, in the case of Greece, the authorities chose to undertake a coercive approach, whereby a law was passed to force people into participating. We intend to avoid as much as possible the Greek approach as we strive to reach a consensual solution with our bondholders, which really is the Ghanaian way. In any case, the good news is that the domestic debt exchange has yielded positive results both in Greece and Jamaica and many others, and will certainly put our economy on a much stronger footing. Greece, as you know, has now recovered full market access. We certainly anticipate a similar success story in Ghana. I want to assure you about the government's commitment to do what is necessary to ensure that we succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, today's announcement is a major policy step that the government is taking over the short period to restore macroeconomic stability, achieve debt sustainability, and get the economy fully back on track in order to create and protect jobs, provide and enhance incomes, foster strong and inclusive growth led by exports, and restore hope to the Ghanaian people. In all humility, I wish to remind each and every one of us that Ghana is the only home we have. Its progress and prosperity are our collective duty. We have overcome many challenges and risen to the occasion many times before. We are a resilient society. Thankfully, today our development is in a far more advanced stage than before when other challenges confronted us. We have made big progress over the years, and the progress before us is even greater. This is another challenge which we must surely overcome, and overcome we must for our sake and for the sake of our children. Together, we can beat this. Our ultimate goal, when all is done, is to put our nation into a sustainable development path, one of fiscal responsibility and rectitude, economic stability and growth that will truly translate into improving the lives of the people and all of the nation's economic actors, including investors. Your support, fellow Ghanaians, can help us realize this ambition. I say this because I know that together we shall triumph, and as in the days of Nehemiah, let us all rise up, family by family, and rebuild together. Let us make our income budget a reality. Thank you, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the insightful remarks, Honorable Minister. If I didn't take anything with me at all, I noted that
bonds ne treasury bills no some okay nyina no what ase 2023 2024 2025 2027 ni na no what ase na am hihia ma baby edun the eden there benchirimu beba after one. I may not be the best person to explain these things for you. Minti ase na ma kire wo mu ntimi sere wa mpenifo ne trase a obin chirimu a etosum beba ama wo so no ho de akoma mentwa me ho sema na yemfa sports no ento aso.
1xBet app now Bama Android ne iPhone users. Now not betting na your coco crown. Who should games I won't bet. Who to be ball virtuals. Sounds so bet ya who turn in 10 so 1xBet am betting na your dead don't draw. To bring Ghana go download the 1xBet app no on my website so 1xBet.com.g. If you use Wi-Fi na we be our account no. Kinda use the promo code Radio GH. 1xBet. That's be our hobby. Download one true to channel wa she yen ma wa won be if you do what. Any commission agent to way out.
Chamai, no put tomato ways way. Hey, Basu, check. Make us how much is needing our live. I was stadium. Hey, and your bugger with why you lose. The tournaments they happen live for Ghana here. Feel you. Hey. No need to travel. All you need is HD Plus. Enjoy all the matches live in HD. 5 times clearer, like you are right there. From the comfort of your own home, Bosu. You can even pause and reverse live TV if anything past your iTop. Or program your HD Plus decoder to record programs even when you are not at home. Hey. Visit the nearest Electroland showroom or multi-TV dealer and get your HD Plus decoder now and become a silent burger this football season. HD Plus, the feely experience.
Tovilla Water Solutions. Tovilla Water Solutions. If na water treatment you define it. Tovilla Water Solutions. Technical support for your water systems. Tovilla Water Solutions. Water research deo. Training deo. Tovilla Water Solutions. Water dispensers, drinking water supply. Tovilla Water Solutions. We dey provide safe water for your homes, companies, industry.